Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Laura and I am the creator and illustrator behind Laura Jane Illustrations on Instagram, where I aim to make content that helps you feel good about you. Welcome to my Procreate 101 series. I have already shared lots of videos in this series that talk about the basics of Procreate in terms of the app itself, as well as some of the basic tools like brushes and color. Today we're going to be diving into one of the more complicated features of Procreate in terms of how easy or difficult it is to use, and that is the animation assist. So to start off, let's talk about what exactly Animation Assist is. It's one of the newer features of Procreate and was rolled out in one of its updates. I think it was last year, maybe the start of 2020. And it basically allows you to turn your canvas into an animation canvas to create moving illustrations or GIFs. This is a tool in Procreate that takes a little bit of practice, so don't be afraid to play around with it. The first time you use it, it's a little bit overwhelming or confusing. I'm going to do my best to explain it in the most simplest of terms today, and I'm going to show you a very simple step-by-step to help you create your first animation if you've never used Animation Assist before. So let's start off with the basics of Animation Assist. The first thing is, how do we turn on Animation Assist? It is actually a setting that you turn on and off. A canvas isn't automatically an animated canvas unless you turn it to be one. You just have to go into your settings, your canvas settings, and just right beside where you turn on and off your grid lines, click to turn on Animation Assist. And as soon as you do this, you're going to see a bar appear at the bottom of your workspace, where on the left hand side of it, it says play. In the center, it will show your layers as frames. And then to the right hand side, you have your settings. So if we click on the settings, we can open it up and see what we can adjust. There are three types of animations that Animation Assist can create. A loop, which is basically playing the animation on a loop. A ping pong, which is similar to what a boomerang is, where it will play it from one end and then it will reverse it and it will keep doing that. And one shot will just play it through once. Underneath choosing which type of animation you have, you can also adjust your frames per second. This basically will speed up or slow down your animation. The slower you want the animation to go, the lower you want your frame per second number to be. The faster you want it to move, the higher you want that frame per second number to be. When I'm creating a GIF, 5 frames per second is what I found is the best speed for creating a GIF, so that it's not too jerky, but it's also not too rigid, if that makes sense. Underneath your frame per second settings, you have what's called your onion skin settings and also your blend settings. This basically gives you visibility of other frames that you've already worked on. So this is great if, for example, you are creating an illustration that's moving across your canvas. You can see the layer underneath or the frame underneath what you're currently working on. So you can see where your illustration just was, and from that you can draw to move it forward in your next layer. On your bottom bar, the last little thing that you'll see there is your adding frame button. So once you change to Animation Assist, when it talks about frames, you're basically talking about layers. If you click on your layer menu, it's still going to be there exactly as it was. When you click to add a frame, it's just going to create a new layer in your layers menu. If you click to add a layer the way that you normally do, it's going to create a new frame. So you just basically gives you two places that you can see the same things. You can see all of your layers in that little time bar at the bottom, which shows you the progression that your animation is going to follow, but it's basically just your layers, so don't get too worried about that. So the last setting that we'll explore before we look at how to actually use the Animation Assist is exporting once we are finished. So if you create an animation, you can export it to your files in the same way that you export a flat image as a JPEG or a PNG. You just click on your Canvas settings, you click that little box with the arrow to share it, and down the bottom of your sharing options, you will see a section that has animated GIF, animated PNG, or animated MP4. The one that I use the most and the one that I recommend you use is animated GIF, especially if you want to upload to other social media platforms, if you want to create like a little animated video for Instagram, or you want to use Animation Assist to create illustrated reels, export it as an animated GIF. What you're going to need to do before you can use it for your reels or for video or for stories is to run it through a GIF to vid converter. I use one that I downloaded from the App Store that is called GIF to vid. It was a one-time payment when I downloaded it. I think it was maybe like €5 at the time. But it's really simple to use and I highly recommend using it. And yeah, you only pay for it once, and it means that any illustration or animation that I create using the Animation Assist, I can convert into a video file and upload it to my reels, upload it to my grid, upload it to my stories as a video. Okay, I've shown you the features of Animation Assist, but I feel like with a feature like Animation Assist, it's easier to show you rather than just tell you about it, how you can use it. So I'm going to show you how to create 2 different animations using Animation Assist. I'm going to keep these ones really simple. Don't worry, I do have more videos planned around the Animation Assist feature where I am going to show you how to create really nice GIFs with it and how to use it for reels. But today we're just going to get started with a very simple moving animation and an illustrated, turning an illustration into an animation to get you started so you can play around with the tool and see how it works best for you. So to get started, I'm going to show you how to create a very simple moving animation which could be used for a GIF. I'm just going to create a shape on my canvas, and then I'm going to duplicate that shape into a few different layers. When I turn on my Animation Assist, these are going to become my different frames. Now, to make this shape move, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the shape between the different layers or the different frames so that each frame or layer, the shape is angled just slightly different. I'm just going to turn it a little bit in each layer. And then when I hit play, it's going to make it look like the shape is moving left and right or spinning around. Again, I can adjust the speed to make this move faster or slower, but as you can see, this is a really simple way to create a GIF. So if you have a PNG image that you want to convert into a moving GIF to maybe upload to Giphy, this is a great way to start, and it's not very complicated and it doesn't require you to create too many layers or too many frames because it can get a little bit finicky when you have too much going on in there. If you want to create an animated illustration, maybe for uploading to Reels or just to animate an illustration that you have on your grid or somewhere else that you're using it, you can import your illustration as a background image or a group of layers onto your canvas. So I am using a cup illustration that you might have seen on my grid before, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an animation on top of it to make it appear that there is wisps of steam coming out of my cup, and then when I play it, it's just going to look like nice wavy steam. So I've set my cup illustration as my background. That means that the cup isn't going to move and it's not going to flicker in between the layers. On the layer that's on top of the cup, I'm going to use my pencil to sketch out my steam shapes. And then as you see, as I move through my layers, you can see that onion skin effect really coming in useful because I can look at the drawing that I did in the layer underneath and draw my steam in a different swirler shape, and I can see how that's going to look beside it. Once I'm happy with how many layers or frames of steam illustration that I've added, I can click play to see how it's going to look. And now you can see that the steam is going to move and make it look like it's coming out of the cup. If I'm not happy with how the animation looks, I can adjust the speed to see if that helps it look more smooth, or I can go back in and add extra layers to kind of reduce the movement in each frame, which in the end will make the animation play more smoothly. So there you go. Animation Assist is not as scary or complicated as it first looks. It's really simple to use and you can get some really effective results with some very simple techniques. So have a play around with it, explore creating GIFs or animations with illustrations that you've already created first, and then work your way up to maybe creating an animation from scratch to create a GIF or to create an illustration reel or whatever you want to use the Animation Assist for. If you have any questions about Animation Assist, if you've tried it out and you want to troubleshoot something, leave me a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer it for you. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to click that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications to get reminders when new videos go up. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. I will be back again really soon with more tutorials and videos. Until then, I'll see you soon.